No, 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 no. In my life, no drama, no drama, no drama.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to cher-careTV, where sharing is caring. Today I'll be sharing with you guys how I did these beautiful knotless ombre braids from scratch. So if it is you would like to hear tips on how you can achieve this style, then stay tuned. For this style, we'll be using the outre expression, pre-stretch hair in the color 1B and it's 52 inches, along with the braid babe pre-stretch hair in the color 27. I have already pre-parted her hair and I added my crown of gold peppermint luxury butter to each section. So right now I'm just going to explain how I do my knotless process when doing the ombre braiding sections. So I start off with 2 sections of equal thickness. These 2 sections will always be the thickest sections throughout the braid. This helps it to have a base and to flow naturally from the scalp. And after that, then I start adding the colors to the end. I add actually around 4 pieces depending on how long you're doing it. And in this particular style, I decided to mix it. So I didn't want it to go like from straight black into gold, but I wanted to do black, then black and brown, and then straight into the gold color. So I have a little mix in between. Some have it, some don't, but I didn't want it to be like a harsh transition from black into gold. If it is that you would like to have that, however, then all you have to do is probably cut the black shorter, so that way you don't have to do much tucking, and you will just add your gold sections a little thicker than I add mine. So as you could see, I braided the black section down a bit, a couple inches before I start adding my gold hair, and then after I start mixing it a bit instead of going straight into tucking. When I'm satisfied with my mix section, then I'll just add a couple more gold strands to start my tucking process, and that way it will go from black to black and brown, then straight into gold tips. So right here I'm just showing you guys again. However, I'm going to add that when doing your ombre braids, you want to be consistent, especially in your first row. You want to add your ombre hairs around the same time. So if it is you started on your first braid and you braided down 2 inches with the black, then try to do that for the entire row. Try to make sure that they level up, that you don't add your ombre hair too soon or too late. That way we'll have a nice flow. And also guys, I want to say that I use my back row as a guide, or as my base braids as I call it, as a guide throughout the hair. So as you guys can see that everything lines up, and on the 3rd row you guys will see me plait down the black hair. I'm gonna braid it right down until it meets back up with the braid on my 1st row before adding my colored hair, so they all line up, if you understand what I'm saying. I do this throughout. Just make sure that they all line up to the 1st row before adding your ombre hair. Another thing I like to add is when you're going up your client's head, the first 2 sections that you add to the braid, as you see me doing here, they are going to get thicker. Reason being, you don't want when you're braiding down to meet the 1st row, your braids get too thin before adding. So I normally like thicken it a little bit so that it will look consistent and it will keep the same thickness throughout. If it is that you keep adding the small sections that you started with in the back, then they will get like extremely thin, especially if it's this length of hair that we're using in the pre-stretch. It will get thin before adding the ombre hair, and then it will look like, you know, it wouldn't look consistent. It wouldn't look the same size as the first rows that you did it. So just add a little bit as you go up. So I'm in my 4th row now, and I would have added my black hair, my first 2 sections a little thicker, than I did initially in the first row that I braided. I hope you guys are understanding what I say. If not, then just leave it in the comment sections and ask a question in the comment section. I'll try to clarify myself. But for now, I'm just gonna let you guys look on. And I also want to apologize for the poor quality that you may be seeing right now. I am recording from my iPhone and it's not doing me justice. So hopefully I'll be able to afford a camera and editing equipment so that I could give you guys the best quality there is. Right now I'm going to play a song that was sung by a local Vincential gospel artist. I love the song, so I'm just going to share it with you guys. However, I must say that it's going to be a voiceover, reason being my iTunes is not working. I do not know why, but it's giving me problems, so I'm just going to record it. If you guys want to hear the true quality, then you can go ahead and follow her YouTube page. I'll link it in the description bar below.
Problem shared and a problem solved. Why people say that for real? Yet in the midst of the lies I still evolve. Now them start to share. Them try to tear me down. Now I'ma climb up the ladder just to see me fall down. But they can only try, they can't break me. I never weary. You see the gossiping and the bad talking. You feel keep it with your friend, them will love talk. It's not me. I found me a stay. Some friendship never lasts because me never like rumors. Yeah. So go and keep me out. Not tired of the rumors. Stories are that them tell. New stories about yourselves. Mix up nice till it's not one well. When stories reach to the other best friend, you will surprised to see and surprised to know how much them want about your success grow. You might surprised to know what other people know, and them a talk your name like them no more than you. You see the gossiping and the bad talking. You feel keep it with your friend, them will love talk. It's not me. I'm funny and say some friendship never lasts because me never like rumors. Hey, so go and keep me out. Not tired of the rumors. Hey, that not your business and not my business. Then how it come down to fi our business? If it not concern you, it should not concern me. Just leave it alone, cause it not concern me. So when you hear people mess, no scandalize it. When I hear a mistake, me never bad mind it, me never unfair. Not just woman love mix, but the man them too a help spread it. You see the gossiping and the bad talking. You be keep it with your friend, them will love talk. It's not me. I found me a say some friendship never lasts because me never like rumors. Hey, so go and keep me out. Me tired of the rumors. Hey, some friendship never lasts because me never like rumors. So go and keep me out.
That's the song, so you guys can go ahead and give her your support. Her name is Havlyn Gill and this song is entitled Rumors. She is a local Vincentian gospel artist, so I want her to get as much support as possible. So if it is that you like this song, then go on ahead and subscribe to her channel. Right now we are just hot watering my client's hair. You guys would see that in the front the ombre hair started a bit higher than the ones in the back. That was done intentionally. I wanted it that way so that when she brings it in her face, the ombre would start above, like around her mouth or around her nose. That was done intentionally. You do not have to do it this way. And right now I'm putting a hot towel on her head to open her pores and to also lay down her braiding hair. And then I go ahead with my Crown of Coals elixir oil and add it to her scalp. So this is it for this style, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to check out my other videos, especially if you would like to see how I add the hair in individually. You can check out my previous videos. They show that method clearly. And remember, if you have not subscribed to my channel as yet, do join the Chair Care family and hit that subscribe button down below. Thank you, and see you guys on the next video. Bye bye.